Hello and welcome back to the VolReport YouTube channel. We have another round of Tennessee football trivia. If you missed the last episodes, they're in the playlist. They're on the YouTube channel. Links in the description that you need to catch up on the Tennessee football trivia series we've been doing. Last episode was on recruiting, and it was really, really tough. This one should be a little bit easier. We're going to go the top 20 touchdown receivers in Vols history. So how many touchdown receptions you have in your Tennessee football career. As you can see over on the left side of the screen, it's not exactly 20 guys. It's 21 because number 20, there was two guys with that number. So it'll be 21 total names today. Some of them overlap. There's two guys in fourth place, four guys in sixth place, etc. You get the gist. We'll jump right into it, though. We're going to start with Noah today. I think we started with Dale last time. So, Noah, get us started. What name do you want to take?
I'm going to start off today with Mr. Joey Kent.
Joey Kent, number 1, 25 touchdowns in his illustrious Tennessee career. So the top name is taken off the board. Also, really quick, the rules, you get 3 strikes. Every wrong answer is a strike. Last one standing wins. Back to Dale. Dale, who do you want?
I'm going to take a page out of Noah's book. Sorry, my dog's in here messing with me. I'm going to go old school and take a shot with Carl Pickens.
Carl Pickens, he's on the list at number 16, tied for 16th. He has 13 in his Tennessee career. Felt like it would have been more, but he's still in that top 20 list, and Dale avoids a strike. Noah, what do you want?
Well, this one's probably, I don't know yet if it's easy, but, we're doing our jersey countdown. Today we went with number 88, Tim McGee. So I'll throw him in there.
Tim McGee, he's in there. He had 15 in his career, so he is alone at number 13 on the list. Tim McGee, he is in there. Dale, we'll swing it back to you.
I'm actually going to go with the guy who I actually met 2 years ago at one of the Legends camps and was actually working with Hyatt during the breaks with the kids and the campers. I actually got pictures of this, but a guy named Anthony Hancock.
Anthony Hancock is on the list. He barely is on the list, though. He's tied for 20. He has 12 in his career, but that's enough to get him in that top 20 at the 20 spot. Anthony Hancock. And
Thank you, Anthony.
There. Noah, what do you want?
I will go with Peerless Price. Had a
Peerless.
big national championship game.
Yep, tied for 4th place, 19 total touchdowns for Peerless Price. So that's number 1, number 4, number 13, tied for 16, and tied for 20 off the board so far. We'll go back to Dale.
Marcus Nash.
Marcus Nash, he's 3rd place with 20, alone with the bronze medal for Tennessee touchdown receptions is Marcus Nash. Back to Noah.
Gonna go back again with this one, and he was in the on the Hall of Fame ballot as of yesterday. So I'll go with Larry Severs.
He's not on the list. That's gonna be the first strike.
I was confident in that one.
He's down to number 36, only 8 in his career. Once again, we take all the stats from this video from sportsreference.com. Larry Severs, 1974 to 1976, an all-time great Tennessee receiver. He has a real shot to make that College Football Hall of Fame, but he's not going to be included on this list. For the record, let's look at this. Yeah, if you're just looking at receiving yards, he's at number 9. So just couldn't find his way into the end zone enough, but had a bulk of receiving yards in his Tennessee career. 1 strike to Noah. Dale for the lead.
Is Justin Hunter on the list?
Justin Hunter is on the list at number 8, or tied for 6th, excuse me. He's got 18 in his career. So he's in there tied for 6th.
He actually had a very productive career then. I didn't realize he had quite that many.
Yeah, Justin Hunter's made his way up there with 18 from 2010 to 2012. Noah, back to you.
Well, I seem to struggle with the more recent guys, but I'll say Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, Jalen Hyatt. He's in there tied for 4th place with 19. Pretty much all of them in that 2022 season. and almost all of them in just that Alabama game, really. So Jalen Hyatt makes his way onto the list, tied for fourth place. That's both guys and 4th place have been taken. So number 1 is gone, number 3 is gone, and both guys tied for 4th place is gone. So one guy left in that top 5 in that number 2 position. Dale, we'll go back to you.
Dante Stallworth.
Dante Stallworth, he's in there, tied for 16 with Carl Pickens, who's already been taken off the board. 2 other guys tied for 16 as well. But Carl Pickens, Dante Stallworth, both with 13 touchdowns at that number 16 spot. Back to Noah.
I will go with Robert Meacham.
Robert Meacham, he's tied for 10th. He's in there, 17 to his name. So that's a top 10 guy taken off the board, and Robert Meacham. Back to Dale.
I'm going to go with the guy that I actually liked watching when I was a kid before I really knew what football was. Cedric Wilson.
Cedric Wilson's the number 2 guy, 24 touchdowns in his Tennessee football career. A guy that I don't think gets enough praise for his Tennessee career. I think when you talk about the top receivers, he gets overlooked a little bit. But from 97 to 2000, Cedric Wilson was a beast. 24 touchdowns, number 2. That's the top 5 taken off the board. We have 3 guys tied for 6th, still available, though. Justin Hunter, the only one at that 18 touchdown mark in 6th place that has been taken. We'll go back to Noah.
Boy, I'm running out of names now. I will say Stanley Morgan.
Stanley Morgan is not on the list. We'll see where Stanley Morgan stands. He's at number 38. So he had 8 in his career, the same as Larry Seaver. So I guess he's tied for 36th, actually, both with 8 touchdowns in their career. We'll play that same game, though. If we were talking receiving yards, then Stanley Morgan, he's still going to be down there. He would be at number 40 in that. So Stanley Morgan, not with the bulk. He had a nice career, Tennessee legend, but not with the bulk to get on either of those top 20 lists. That's Noah's second strike. So Dale can really build himself a lead here if he gets another one correct. We'll go back to him.
Marquez Callaway.
Marquez Callaway is in there, tied for 16th. He's got 13 to his name. Marquez Callaway, he's in there. Dale with a 2-strike advantage over Noah now. Noah to try to stay alive here.
Oh, boy. I'll go recent again and say Cedric Tillman.
Cedric Tillman's in there. He's tied for 10th with 17. That phenomenal 2021 season for him. Banged up for a lot of 22, but added some there as well. He ends up with 17 in his career. Noah stays alive. We'll swing it back to Dale.
I'm going to have to go with a guy that's kind of in the same line of work we are, and Jason Swain.
Jason Swain is not in there. Jason Swain, let's see where he is. He's at number 24, so he is just
missed it.
Yep, he had 10 in his career, 03 to 06. Now a radio host here in Knoxville. Jason Swain just doesn't make it. We'll look at his receiving yards as well, because it is interesting to see if we flipped it around. He would have been in there, number 15 in all-time receiving at Tennessee. So we've done career rushing yards leaders. We've done passing yards leaders. I switched it up, the touchdown leaders this time. A couple different names. That would have been another one that would have worked if we kept it traditional. But this time around, it gives Dale his first strike. And we'll go back to Noah.
I'll go with Juwan Jennings.
Juwan Jennings, he's in there, and he's pretty high. He's tied for 6th with 18 in his career. A Tennessee fan favorite. He was awesome in his seasons on Rocky Top. He's going to keep Noah alive here as we go back to Dale. We have 2 guys tied for 6th, and then we go all the way down to 12th place before there's another guy available. But two guys still tied for 6th on the board.
There's definitely 2 guys jumping out with me. If Noah don't get the other one, I'm going to try to name both of them. But first, I'm going to go with Gerald Jones.
Gerald Jones is in there. He's tied for 16th with 13. Gerald Jones is going to keep Dale at just 1 strike. We'll see if Noah steals the other name that's on the tip of Dale's tongue. We'll go back to you.
Man, this is a risky one. Strong last name, though. I'm going to go Lucas Taylor.
Lucas Taylor is going to be your 3rd strike. Lucas Taylor had 6 in his career from 05 to 08. That puts him in 56th place. If we did the receiving yards total game, Lucas Taylor would be in 27th. So that is no cigar for Noah. And Dale, with one more correct answer, will be the winner here. And he's got 2 strikes to play with as well. So, Dale, you have 2 tries to name a guy here to secure a win. Otherwise, we're going to overtime.
So someone that played with Gerald Jones, I'm going to go with Denarius Moore.
Denarius Moore for the win, tied for 6th, 18 in his career. Dale is on fire. He's going to win this episode of trivia. Dale, we're going to keep it with you. You got 2 more strikes.
Stay away from the 80s, man.
We're going to keep it with you, though, Dale. You got 2 strikes to play with. We'll see if you can clear the board before we open it back up to see if either of you guys can name the last few. We have another tied for 6th. We have 12th place. We have both guys in 14th place, and we have one guy in 20th place remaining. So a total of just 5. You guys have 16 of the 21.
What about Josh Briscoe?
He is not going to be on there. He is down at tied for 36th with Larry Severs and Stanley Morgan. He's got 8 in his career. So that is going to be one more strike. You got one more to play with to see if you can clear this board, and then we'll open it back up.
Is Brett Smith on the list?
Brett Smith is on the list. He's tied for 14th with 14. So Brett Smith, that's the first guy in that 14 spot with 14 taken. One more there, and there's 4 guys remaining on the board for Dale with 1 strike remaining. We have a guy from the 90s, early 90s. We have a guy, let's see, from the late 80s. We have a guy from the mid 2010s. And we have a guy from the early 2000s.
Oh, my goodness.
Really all the eras, one from each, pretty much of recent.
Yeah, almost just down the line.
If you got nothing, we can open up the floor.
Yeah,
I already have the win secured, so we'll open it up if Noah's got anything that he wants to throw out there.
You said the eras were
we have
early 90s, late 90s, and 2010s.
Early 90s, late 80s, 2010s, early 2000s, I believe it was. We have one guy that I believe was in that recruiting video who that we did for last trivia is on this list. From the 2014 class.
Josh Malone.
Josh Malone, that'll be it. Josh Malone, he's the other guy tied for 14th with 14. So there are 3 guys remaining if you guys want to take a stab at it. But if not, I can reveal them.
No, all these, I know it says the top 20 TDs for receivers, but all of them receivers is not any tight ends.
I don't believe there's any tight ends.
I was about to name off Rivera from the Gray era because I know he caught a lot.
Let's see. Michael Rivera. He's down at. I'm in receiving yards. Give me a second. He's tied for 56th with 6th.
Okay.
How about I can't remember if he's a tight end or receiver. Alvin Harper.
Alvin Harper. He might be a tight end. I'll check for you. He was a wide receiver, but he is on the list. He is at 12th with 16 is Alvin Harper. So
he's one of the late 80s guys, I think.
Yeah, he played from Alvin Harper. Where'd you go? Alvin Harper, he played from 87 to 90. So he was the late 80 guy that I mentioned. We still have tied for 6th place. That's a guy from 90 to 93. And then the last guy rounding out the list tied for 20. He's from 2002 to 2005. And whatever you guys want to throw in the towel, I can rattle these guys off, but you do just have 2 remaining.
CJ Faison, is he in there?
It's not.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not going to be CJ. He's got 7, so he's tied for 46th. I like that guess though, the right time frame, 02 to 05. So that works well, but it wasn't him.
And this was the 02, 05, and then the late 90s?
Yeah, or it's early 90s.
Early 90s.
90 to 93, and then 02, 05.
Yeah, I can't think of any. I feel like I'm going to realize the name. But yeah, especially for the early 90s one. I feel like I've done a lot of did that article last year, obviously, on the 90s Sugar Bowl team. So I'm certain this guy was on it, and I'm probably going to hate myself for not remembering him.
Dale, you got anything before I reveal them?
I feel like I'm mixing 2 players' names. And maybe because of the guess of Phaeton. But was there not a CJ Hannon?
There was a Chris Hannon, and he is the guy for 02 to 05.
Okay.
He was tied for 20th with 12 touchdowns. I'll give it to you for that last name. Yeah, Chris Hannon. So one guy left, early 90s. If you
I got that one.
Are you ready to hear it? We got Corey Fleming is the guy, 18 touchdowns, tied for 6th place.
Would not have guessed that one.
3rd round pick by the 49ers in the 94 draft. He, looking at his stuff here in the 93 season, he caught 11 touchdowns, and that was the bulk of them, 2 when he was a junior, 5 when he was a sophomore. But that was enough to sneak him on, or not sneak him on, but get him pretty high on, tied for 6th place with 18 in his career. So you guys got 20 out of 21, including those hints at the end, those final guesses. Dale gets the win, though. Dale with the lead in this overall trivia playlist video we're doing. So we're going to do this every Thursday. Come back next Thursday for the next video. Go back, watch the other trivia videos if you haven't watched them yet. Like I said, links to the previous video in the description. Everything is in the description. Head to VolReport.com. We got football recruiting content. We got football offseason content. Baseball, of course, is going on, trying to punch their ticket to Omaha this weekend against Evansville. So we'll have content from Lindsey Nelson Stadium there. Basketball season never ends as well. You guys know it if you're a Tennessee fan. It's a year-round thing, and we got content year-round for you. Links to everything is in the description. Thank you for watching.